I genuinely feel like my life revolves around food lately. I wake up thinking about what to cook, go to sleep mentally prepping tomorrow's meals, and yes, I've even caught myself thinking about lunch while I'm on the toilet. Ugh, is it just me? Hey, mommies! We know you're tired and you're here for a reason.
We are two moms just looking to unwind after a long day. So come join our rants and let's make this journey a little less lonely, one episode at a time.
Welcome to our podcast, Mom vs. World. So, yes, I am here to vent about something that takes up the biggest part of my day, that is cooking. And I'm talking about cooking meals for your entire family 3 times a day, every single day of your life. Have you ever imagined you would do that for the rest of your life? I never did. But most of us do it without a second thought. And by the way, I love cooking in general, but cooking 3 meals every single day is a whole different ball game, right? And I can't even start to imagine how women who don't really like cooking feel like. I am so sorry for them. And from what I've seen, people from other countries somehow have their food plans sorted, or maybe their meals are easier to make and less time consuming, or I don't know. Most of the time they're just putting something in between two breads and that's a meal. But on the other hand, Indian food takes a lot of effort, a lot of ingredients, and a lot of time in front of the gas stove. I also got influenced by influencers and tried meal prepping and batch cooking many times, but somehow that's just not my thing. I cannot prep food and store it for a week and keep using it. Somehow I don't sync with that idea. Maybe it's just the way we were brought up. Like storing food for more than 2 days is never in our culture, I guess, which is actually making Indian women's lives much, much harder, honestly. Maybe I should get used to that thought of, okay, prepping some meals and storing it. I don't know. And it's not the cooking that's the toughest part, it's the deciding what to cook, right? Do you relate to that, moms? Tell me it's not just me, please. That deciding part kinds of triggers a mini existential crisis for me sometimes. And you've already made like 100 tiny decisions before 6 p.m., and now you're expected to make another one. What's for dinner? That's the biggest question. Like, if some member of the family comes and asks me what's for dinner, I sometimes get so pissed off. Why am I the one who has to decide that? I am up for cooking. I am ready to cook whatever you want, but just tell me what to cook. It's just not what to cook, it's remembering who hates what we ate that week, not to keep repeating the meals, or what's still in the fridge, what's left over in the fridge, what vegetables are there, what's healthy, what's affordable, what is quick. There's so many things that go behind the scenes, right? And you are the planner, you are the shopper, you are the cook, nutritionist, a referee, who, most importantly, the inventory manager. You have to keep a track on your pantry and your fridge all the time. Like, make a note of what is going to go bad, what is going to expire, what is just lying in your shelf forever, and what should be restocked, what vegetables are going to go bad, which have to be cooked first, along with what. There is so much of mental calculation you're doing throughout the day just to prepare the meals. Yeah, it's a much more bigger effort than the cooking itself, right? And if you're health conscious like me, it's just another extra burden, right? I mean, you have to make sure you're including protein, you're including greens, you're including vegetables, the right amount of carbs and fiber and whatnot. It's really difficult to find the balance, right? Whipping up a nutritious meal, but also making a simple meal, like a easy, quick meal. That combination of meals is really tough, and it's so exhausting to be the default what's for dinner thinker every single day. Of course, I get offended if one of my family member doesn't like my food or wastes the food I cooked. I take it personally. Like if my husband doesn't like something I prepared, I'll just be like, "Oh, so you don't love me anymore." Yeah, silly me. I sometimes remember those days, maybe when I was in college, when all the meals were prepped and ready on the table. I just used to come and tell, "Oh, sorry, I ate outside," or "I don't like that curry, so I'll order something from outside." I feel so bad. I feel so guilty for doing that. Only now I realize how much effort went into that meal. I am so sorry, mom. Yeah, maybe it'll come back to me now.
Yeah, Shravani, I can absolutely relate to what you're saying. Food is an underestimated chore, very complicated. So, I would like to mention just a few things I constantly remind myself to make my life a little bit easier in this aspect. Not so many things, just the basic stuff. And this is not specific tips, it's just the stuff that you sometimes need to come back to and listen to this and think, okay, I'm on track or am I not? So, anyways, let's get started with that. You don't need fancy superfoods or international trends to eat healthy. A balanced Indian meal can do wonders. Remember that these meals have been already designed to work perfectly and combine everything that you need, all the macro and micronutrients that you need and your child needs. Think of your plate like this: half filled with vegetables or a fruit, or a quarter with protein like dal, paneer, eggs, or sprouts, and the last quarter with carbs like rice, roti, or millets. See, all these things contain carbs, a little bit of protein, little bit of fiber, etc. But it's about what contains what in a majority. So that's why the ratio. And carbs aren't the enemy. It's all about making that balance. Make sure you pair that roti with a curry and curd, or rice with dal and a veggie on the side. And make sure every meal has some protein, because that is, as you hear online, you can see that that's a big deal now. Many people are mentioning protein deficiencies and everything. But don't go overboard. Don't worry too much about it. Even just peanut chutney with your dosa adds a punch. And please let vegetables be more than just an afterthought. Try to add at least 2 3 types daily. We do usually only one veggie per day and we eat that the entire day, but I think it's good to have a variety of vegetables every day, whether it is in curries or stuffed paratas, or even just grated some carrots into idli batter. That should do it, right? And what else? Oil, yes, that's also a big issue that we've been hearing a lot since even the older generation, right? Use oil mindfully, but don't fear it. Homemade food, even with a little ghee, is way better than takeout, believe me. And the most important thing of all these things is that you need to stay hydrated. Make sure your child is staying hydrated, especially this summer. Water, if not water, then make your water interesting. Make it buttermilk or coconut water, whatever works. All these things do wonders. And make sure you snack smart. Roasted chana, fruits with chat masala, or a homemade laddu can do the trick. Avoid those outside snacks that you bring from sweet shops or anywhere else for that matter. We don't know what they are using. We can never know. So that's the thing. Even if they are probably healthy, you never have enough information about those things. And remember that your child doesn't need a separate gourmet fancy meal. Just offer regular food that you eat with less spice and softer textures, okay? Because in the end, your child is learning to become, adapt to your habits, to your lifestyle. Remember that. Don't chase that perfection. One day it's millet salad and the next day it's plain upma, they're both okay completely, because at the end of the day, a peaceful meal with love is far healthier than a perfect one filled with guilt. I would also like to mention that we need to start including our husbands in the conversation of health and diet as well. Include your husband in talks about balanced food. Maybe, for example, sometimes he can point out that you're not including enough fiber as much lately. Because most modern husbands lately shy away from pointing out if there's anything wrong with the wife's food, or maybe if they do point out, it's probably about the taste and not anything else. And a lot of men think that, okay, she's working really hard, so I don't really want to point fingers, I don't want to hurt her feelings after she put so much effort into cooking. But if he does keep track of these and can mention these to you in a healthy way, then it makes it easier for you to keep track of what you're feeding your family.
I want to remind you guys that feeding your family isn't a reflection of your worth. So don't take it too seriously. And maybe don't take it personally. I know I do, but I'm telling this to myself too. Whether you cooked a 5 course meal or just scrambled eggs in a panic or said screw it and ordered a pizza, you still fed your people and that counts. So give yourself a little grace. You don't have to win every night.
I really hope we could resonate with you, because every feeling is valid in motherhood. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow us for more such content.